Lesson 2 explains the importance of dressing appropriately for the job. Now, appropriate clothing might be described as the clothing that the employer chooses as the dress code for the workplace. Appropriate dress always presents a positive image of the workplace, and it meets appropriate health or safety regulations. Customer service positions generally require more formal-looking clothing and higher standards of personal grooming. Casual clothing may be more appropriate in other types of positions. Each business has its own requirements for personal presentation. An office may require women to wear stockings and a skirt, and men to wear a tie, long-sleeve shirt, and trousers. A retail store may require their staff to wear the latest in daring and creative fashions, or a sports retailer might want you to look sporty. When planning your wardrobe, you must think about what other people are wearing at work and the requirements of the business. You should also think about the safety issues relating to the business. Can you match the person with the job? You are probably able to get them right without much difficulty, based on the way these people are dressed. When you go to the doctor's office, how can you tell which person is the doctor? When you're at a festival, how do you know where to go for assistance? When you're in a restaurant, how do you know who's the waitress? When a person sees someone in a uniform, they can instantly recognize the profession a person is in, and they know that they're part of a team. The way you present yourself in the workplace is very important, both for your self-image and for the image of the business in which you're working. Many uniforms are designed for practical purposes and for protection. In the hospitality industry, the chef's uniform is designed for the job. Click on the links and watch the videos to explain the features of the chef's uniform and how to wear it properly. Clothing should be clean, in good taste, toned down, and well ironed. As important as your clothing is, don't forget your personal grooming. Here are some tips for good grooming. Make sure that you are clean and your clothes are too. Pay special attention to your hands and nails. Wear deodorant or antiperspirant. Have little or no perfume or aftershave. You want to smell good, but you don't want to be overpowering. Have fresh breath and clean teeth. Don't chew gum while you're working. Have clean and neatly brushed hair. Young men should be clean shaven or have neatly trimmed beards. Avoid nail polish, heavy makeup, and very long nails. When you go for a job interview, you make an impression. The moment the interviewer sees you, they've already formed an opinion of you. Make sure the focus is on you and not your clothes or your fashion choices. Lesson 3 explains the expectations of the employer on your attitude to the job and appropriate behavior at work. Employers have a lot of expectations of their employees. Can you meet these expectations? While you're at work placement, your supervisor should give you feedback on how you're going and answer any questions you might have. They should give you clear guidelines about what you're supposed to do and train you on jobs that you haven't done before. Your supervisor will correct you when you need correcting and will assess your work placement and give you a written report when you're finished. And you, as an employee, should try to talk to your supervisor to see how you're going and to discuss any problems that you might be having each day. You need to follow instructions and ask for help when needed and follow safety requirements. You need to always take care and show respect for the employee's property and equipment. And you need to behave in a way that's going to make you, your employer's business, and your school look good. Unless there's an obvious safety issue, you're expected to do the jobs that your supervisor assigns to you. Sometime, a colleague may ask you to do a job for them. It's good to help out when you can, but you don't need to let someone else take advantage of you. Let's use an example from our class. Say a classmate comes up to you and says, "Hey, I got footy practice at recess. Could you clean for me?" And you also have plans at recess. Now, there are a number of ways that you could respond to this. You could say, yeah, sure, and let him go to practice even though you don't want to do his cleaning. This response is passive. A passive response allows others to take advantage of you. You could say, "Clean your own mess, you idiot." This response is aggressive. An aggressive response is threatening and rude. Or you could say, "I've actually got plans at recess as well." This response is assertive. An assertive response speaks in a calm and clear tone of voice and doesn't allow someone else to take advantage of you. It's very important to show the right attitude. Employers get a message depending on how you appear to them. It can be a positive message or a negative one, depending on your attitude. Now let's check to see what you've learned in this module. Click on the link and you'll be taken to an online quiz. Enter your name and the access code. You will be given 20 minutes to complete the quiz. The results will be sent to the teacher. Congratulations, you've completed lessons 2 and 3. You now understand the expectations that employers have of you regarding your uniform, your behavior, and your attitude.